Okay, first question of the day goes to Charles from Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the Green Bay Packers. Thoughts on the X-Men casting rumors and drama that occurred this week. So, as I think all of you know, again, it is D23 starting today. It has been well out there that we are going to likely get casting rumors or some of these casting rumors for the new Marvel 616 X-Men, the main Marvel Universe X-Men, not the Fox ones. Again, this the proper Marvel ones, right? At least the Marvel version of the X-Men. They're going to get those announcements today for the casting. So that's kind of been out there for a while that this would happen. People thought it was going to be during Comic-Con, but Spider-Man No Way Home, or not No Way Home, that's already been out for a number of years. Brand New Day hadn't come out yet because we all were assuming, and based on the leaks and the rumors, that Sadie Sink was playing Jean Grey. Obviously, that's true now because the movie's been out now for a week now, so or over a week. Duh, yeah, she's playing Jean Grey. We've all known that for over a year. So because of that, and them avoiding the surprise or what they wanted to be a surprise, but having on good authority that the folks over at Marvel and Sony, probably Marvel in particular, Feige and those folks are probably really pissed off that I got out really early. So anyway, so now that the cat's out of the bag officially, now they can officially start announcing their plans for the X-Men, right? And a lot of folks were banking on D23 being where they were going to bring out the cast and confirm all these rumors. So we've had different folks being rumored. You've had, who was this guy's name? Kit Connor for Cyclops. You've had Charles Melton for Beast. Either, what's her name? Her first name's Odessa. I forget her last name. For Rogue, you've also had this chick named Kaylee Spinney for Rogue. That's also been out there as well. So you have two potential casting for that character. Then you have a bunch of other rumors and other characters that have been rumored, or other actors have been rumored for this role. And then of course you have CD Sink, right? So you have some idea what the cast was going to be like leading up to this week. Well, it turns out, coming from a lot of reliable people, that the casting for Beast, Charles Melton, apparently he dropped out. Apparently, he decided to, get difficult. The agents for, making things difficult with Marvel and Disney, and the contract wasn't signed, and the T's weren't crossed, and the I's weren't dotted, and kind of we're slowing things down a little bit. And it started to look like, so they're not going to announce it. They're just going to wait until, I don't know, like a random date in October or something like that. So there was a lot of fear that was going to happen. Well, there's certainly a lot of rumors and theories as to what's actually happening here. It could be a bargaining, strategy. It could also very much be old news, because with this entire X-Men casting, what I think is happening here, when you're hearing about different names, and even going back to a number of years ago, remember there were rumors about freaking Bryan Cranston as Charles Xavier, just weird stuff, right? You're hearing like these weird, like high-profile actors being cast. That's all old information. Okay, that was information from like a number of years ago, probably even before 2020, probably circa 2019, right? So a lot of those. So what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of these rumors, a lot of these news stories we're hearing from all of these leakers and scoopers and whatnot, a lot of this stuff could be old information that is just now getting out, because it turns out from a lot of the official Hollywood trade reporters, right, that have reported on more or less news that's more relevant, right? For example, the casting for Cyclops, right? That Marvel held a casting reading thing, a little meet up with several of these people that were, candidates for being cast over or around after the holiday weekend of 4th of July, that they were still fine tuning some stuff. So we really have no idea what's actually real and what's not real in terms of the rumors. Now, the confirmed stuff from the Hollywood trades we do know, right? So they have they have an actor for Cyclops. They have an actor for Emma Frost. They have several other, at least that's two ones out there. And there's all these other rumors, right? So all of these, Adam Driver. You have all these other actors being mentioned for different characters. All that stuff could be old information. Okay, it could definitely be old information. Probably for even beyond a year ago, right? So that's definitely possible. And there's a lot of drama going on, and who wants who to be casted, and who's a better fit for this character. And to be really clear, I honestly don't care. I don't really give a shit. Just cast a person. Sure, there's different qualities of different characters you really need. Like, for example, a lot of folks are criticizing the direction they're probably going for Rogue, and that this Kaylee Spinney chick, she's way too short to be Rogue, and this Odessa chick is like the perfect height and stuff. She's not like a little kid, right? And stuff like that. It's like minor things, and sure, yes, in the comics, the height's kind of a little bit different, but stuff like that's kind of noise, and you just kind of ignore it. I'm more interested to see just what the lineup's going to be for the X-Men, who's not included, who is included, and I think we'll be all right. And I'm just assuming that things are going the way they're going to go, that there's definitely a good chance we could get some X-Men news. Now, could we? Now, in my opinion, if there's no casting, which again, kind of iffy based on again if those reports are true and the rumors are true, that might be some holdups with money and contracts and stuff like that, and dealing with agents, that they can't announce the cast yet. But what they're going to do, so I think which I thought they would have done at Comic-Con, is just bring out Max Shackman, or not Max Shackman, he did Fantastic Four. Bring out Jake Schreier, who did Thunderbolts, who is doing this film, or at least he's been rumored to do the film. I think it's been kind of like soft confirmed via the trades, that they'll bring out Jake Schreier. They'll bring him out. They'll show the logo for the film. They'll probably really put out a release statement. That's probably, at the bare minimum, that's what we're going to get. If they do casting stuff, maybe they bring out the folks that have been confirmed, if you will, via the trades from Marvel. So that's that. So yeah, there's drama out there. Yes, there's a lot of folks that have, thoughts on the casting rumors and stuff like that. It's fun to follow, and sure, it's interesting to look back and go, man, how we went from this to that for this character and ended up being this actor. Sure, it's fun following that stuff, but it really and truly, it's more or less noise. I don't really put that much, effort into kind of guessing who's going to be who. I mean, it's fun to do that, but after a certain point, as rumors start to kind of really get bogged down like this, and then you're dealing with old information, it does get very confusing. But it's still fun, though. I'm not saying you can't do that, but it's one of those where it's just like, you hear the names, you say, okay, possibility, put it in the back of your mind. Maybe it becomes relevant, maybe it doesn't become relevant. So there you go. That question there, and again, we'll see what happens later. The event for Star Wars for Disney live action stuff is again later today as I'm recording this. So we'll see if we're right or not. If we're not, then it is what it is. But yeah, thank you, Charles, there for that question.